everyone. Good evening. It's me,
Hello.
Delphine, and Jennifer again. Is our new series here. So today, the new series is our first series of the 5 languages of children. So I'm Delphine here from Singapore. I'm a working mom of 3 children and 3 lovely bunnies. So with me, I have here I have Jennifer with me here.
Hello, everyone. My name is Jen. I'm also from Singapore, and I'm a mother to two very handsome teenage boys, and I'm a fur parent to one cat. Yes.
I have
Wow.
Jillian here with me as well. Okay,
Hello, my name is Jillian.
Okay, today our topics, as I mentioned just now, is the 5 love languages of children. So as we embark on this online journey, in order to have more time with our children, and during our stay-at-home time with our children, we get to learn actually how to communicate effectively with them, to develop actually a better understanding of their needs, and then through this, we also develop a stronger bond actually with them. So this development, I'm not sure whether you all agree with that or not. Actually, this development need time to actually nurture. It takes time to actually get to a certain stage. It doesn't work just overnight. And this is what this online business is able to give us, which is time freedom. So as parents, we need to actually have time to develop a good and a strong parents and children relationship through learning their love languages. So this is also the reason why many working moms, especially those working 9 to 5, who dream to spend more time with their children instead. But what are the 5 love languages? I'm not sure if our audience actually heard that before. So let me touch on what are the 5 love languages. Okay, the 5 love languages are physical touch, then words of affirmation, quality time, gift, as well as act of service. So with this, I actually would wish to bring in our special guest to share with us our belief in speaking to her child, the love languages, and how it works for her relationship with her child, and how this online business support her in understanding her child love languages. So let's put our hands together and welcome Jillian. Jillian would like to give us a small, brief introduction of yourself.
Okay, sure. Hi, my name is Jillian. I'm a single mother to a working son. He is 25 years old. And growing up, of course, a lot of angst, a lot of teenage issues. And when I came across this book called The 5 Love Languages, I shared with him and I asked him, uh, he was a bit younger at that time. So I kind of just give him a summary of what the 5 love languages are. And I asked him to pick which one he thought was his love language. So surprisingly, I thought it was gifts, but for him, it was words of affirmation and quality time. Those were the two top ones. And with that, it was a lot easier after that to get him to do things because when you give that little encouragement, when you give that word of affirmation, then he feel like top of the world. Then he
Yeah.
will happily do things. Yeah.
Especially it come from parents, it's like a confirmation to them.
Yeah, so I remember one of our early conversations, he didn't do well in his studies and his marks were pretty bad. But instead of getting angry, I told him, Marcus, I celebrate whatever marks you get because that's the amount of effort that you put into your studies. And he was like, wow, really? You're not going to scold me. I say, no lah, it's the effort that you put in. I say, of course you can do much better, and I know you can do much better. So next round, just put in a little bit more effort. And even recently, when I had lunch with him, he remembered the one illustration I gave him. I say it's a blank piece of paper, and there's only one white dot. You can choose to look at the white dot, the black dot. You can choose to look at the black dot and focus all your energy there, or you can look at the rest of the space, which is white, and just accept the black dot as part of the picture. This was just like yesterday when we had lunch, so it was quite surprising because as I was going through this, I didn't realize that things that I said so many years ago still have an impact on him today. Yeah.
Yes.
Good.
Yeah. So it's really amazing, right? Because sometimes things that we do as parents, we may think that, hey, we really done something for them, and this is supposed to be making them happy, but actually
Mm,
it may not be the true reflection of what really makes them happy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
yeah.
it's good that through this, I mean, it's a good thing that you had a chance to know about five love languages, during
Mm,
that time. And then that's where we get to know what are their love languages. And I think when we do that, demonstrate that accordingly, um, it sort of like helps. I always like to say, we fill up their love tank. And we fill up the
yes.
love tank, is like at least the car will move, right? It's like you need petrol or diesel for the car. So it's similarly, we pump their love tank, they feel happy, they feel loved, and there's so
Mm,
many other positive things that comes together. Yeah,
correct.
it's
Correct.
awesome.
So his
So for
secondary love language is also quality time. And even until today, it is quite evident because going to the supermarket, just, I mean, as simple as buying six tubs of yogurt together, he very happy also.
Mm, yeah,
So when you speak it, they reciprocate lah.
yeah,
yeah, I think sometimes as
Hmm.
parents, we ourselves, we probably think too much, or we also didn't have the time to, to make an effort to actually try to understand what is their needs, because working is already, taking much of our time. So after you have embarked on this, business, what makes you actually embark on this digital business? What are you
Oh, for
actually?
me, oh,
Mm,
looking for, okay, for
yeah,
me, because I miss quite, okay, I won't say I miss a lot of his growing up, but I wasn't there all the time for every single milestone.
mm,
And that is probably one of my biggest, um, I won't say regret, but one of the, is those moments that you wish you were there to
yeah,
capture, to be able to remember and all that kind of thing. So
mm,
obviously I can't turn time back. So I hope with this business to put time freedom into his hands, into his family's hands, so that
mm,
my future daughter-in-law can have that option to stay home with the kids. I mean, if they want to go to work, that's fine, because I am more than happy to look after the grandchildren. But,
mm,
you know, being a grandmother, I will spoil them nuts.
mm,
And to me, it's like, I'm not going to discipline, I'm not going to whatever. I leave the discipline to the parents, right? So basically, for me, it's really to put that option into their hands to bring up their kids the way they want to be able to spend the time and the energy and really be there for the kids. Something which I don't have, I wasn't able to enjoy. I hope that they can, and obviously further down the line, their children also can continue.
mm. Yeah, it's
yeah.
like a legacy that you leave actually to your children and even to
Yes,
your grandchildren. Which is this is
correct.
something that I
So
think all parents, we are all working towards that lah as well.
yeah, yeah
Yeah,
lor.
other than the time freedom, I think it's quite common. I
Mm,
think most of the working moms, even at my age, my kids are so young. I also I resonate what you actually mentioned. I suppose Jennifer as well,
Yes,
especially you have two,
yes.
teenage boys.
So even though my kids are not young, right? Well, of course, like Jillian, I would say I miss a lot of their milestones, but I was not there many times. When they needed me, I
mm,
wasn't around. So, but now it's still not too late. Honestly, even at these teenage years, it's not too late. In fact, it is as critical as it is to be around with them, to lend them the support, because this is the time where they are also exploring themselves, trying to identify who they are. So it is important that even as parents, for me, I'm also a single parent, to be around for them. Yeah.
yeah.
So it's equally important, and that's exactly one of the main reason why um, many of us are in this business. We all see the uh, a possibility and the
Mm,
potential to be able to achieve that
yeah.
one
Yep.
day. Yes,
Actually,
yes.
these five love languages, when I first came across it, I find it actually is quite, I would say it's important because we, as parents, I am not sure if both of you agree, we always assume, our kids, oh, they prefer this way, prefer that way. I didn't discover this as early as you, Jillian. I actually discovered it quite late. So I only learned this recently and realized that, hey, actually it's quite interesting to know that each of us actually have different ways of preferred ways of our
Yeah.
languages, so
Yeah.
which help us to, because as a busy parents we don't really have time, frankly speaking. It's quite, I would say um it's quite sad because we don't have time. That's why right now we need to build that time freedom early so
Yeah.
that we can have more time with them. So using these love
Mm.
languages at the same time to understand the needs of our children actually is very important as well.
Yes.
Yeah,
And
and I think it's good for them to know what your love language is so that you
Yeah,
don't get into
it's
arguments.
mm, yeah,
Yeah.
it's dual way. It's actually a very good way to understand each other, I would say.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. And it's like, in fact, I find that the quality time like we spend with them, it's not just one way to um, one of the love languages, but it's like to say both ways for us to know each other. And time is always the best present we can give to someone, especially our own children. It's part of us, right? We'll never get it back. Yeah, and now we have the time for them. We make time for them as they grow up. This type of bond is something is so special that it will never leave them. And I think it's important
Yeah.
to instill that since young, as early as possible, so that they know that whatever do whatever they do or wherever they are, they always have that person they can fall back on.
Yes.
Yeah. Mm.
Jillian, you have any last advice for parents like us, or before parents get into a later stage, then like you then realize that actually it's too late, or it's, although it's still not too late, but you could have done it earlier. Do you have some advice for working moms or moms stay at home, how they could actually gain back their time freedom? They could work on it.
Mm,
Hmm.
I'll say take a look at our free webinar,
Mm.
because this is one platform that can help you achieve a lot of your dreams. Uh, Again, it's complimentary, so no harm just giving yourself that chance, and no harm just checking us out, because time lost can never be turned back. And don't be like me, starting late. Um, Again, not too late,
Not too
but
late.
if I had the choice of starting this way, way, way back, and be there for all the milestones, then I think it would have been a less turbulent journey. Um, and this is exactly what I'm trying to put into the hands of my son and also the future generation. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you for sharing. So basically, maybe before we end off, I just want to say thank you everybody who are tuning in. And just like Elaine, who have shared also to plan for the future,
Yeah.
opening up the possibilities for our future generations. Yeah. So, as we all understand that, we all understand the importance of having undivided time and attention with our children, and actually
Yeah.
how it can greatly impact their growth and their development. So it's also that's why all of us here we see the huge potential of this online business to help us realize this dream. And the dream is many dreams of many mothers is to have the time to spend with our children, yet we don't have to worry about income. So maybe with that, I also like to share that if you're watching this watching us now, you're keen to explore this opportunity or curious to find out a little bit more, just reach out and chat with us, or sign up for the complimentary webinar at our webpage that I'll be indicating over here. Yeah. So with that, I really like to thank Jillian again for sharing her experience with us. It's
My
really awesome.
pleasure.
Yeah. So once again, thank you everybody for watching, and we like to invite you to tune in with us next week for our next session. Is on next Tuesday. 7th September. But it'll be at different timing. It'll be at 12 noon with another very special special guest, another special mom.
Wow.
Yeah. So thank you again for watching. And
Thank
from now
you.
till
Thank
then,
you.
stay safe, everybody. And
Yes.
thank you so much.
Thank
Goodbye.
you.
And
Thank you,
thanks again.
Jillian. Thank
Bye.
you. Bye.